A very good evening to each one watching us live today at Geeks for Geeks Campus Connect. Today, Amrita Shivani, has joined over here with a very prestigious guest of the day, Nikhil Isaac. So, we would be welcoming Nikhil, and Nikhil would be introducing us how he achieved his position in Amazon by the help of Geeks for Geeks training program. So, for today, I would like to congratulate you first, Nikhil, and welcome aboard. Just to tell everyone that Nikhil is an avid learner and avid practitioner of Geeks for Geeks. So many congratulations to you, Nikhil, and welcome on Geeks for Geeks.
Thanks a lot, Amrita.
So, Nikhil, let's start with our today is, very first question, and that would be how would you like to describe your recent success as you have bagged a major position in a leading FAANG company?
It's like been a great opportunity for me to bag an opportunity at Amazon, which is one of the FANG companies. So from the very beginning, like when I enrolled into my engineering course, it was always been my dream to end up working at one of the like big IT firms that exist, and joining Amazon was always been one of my goals. So finally having that opportunity in my hand right now is a very happy feeling for me.
Okay, so my next question, it would not be like this, but it was very important, and I was very excited to ask about, this thing, and I've been trying to connect with you from a long time. So just give me a random thing, about yourself, just tell me how your usual day passes by. So this fan question was important to ask, I couldn't hold my excitement. So I'll come straight to my second question that is about asking you how you are. So just tell me how your usual day goes by.
So currently, I'm in my final semester. So my day usually begins with obviously attending my lectures in college. And once I get back, it's usually completing one or two problems in coding that I have allotted for the day. The remaining time, I like to pursue hobbies that I have. So one of them is tinkering with electronics, especially.
Okay.
So that's one thing I spend a lot of time on. And apart from that, lately I've been going to the gym, so that also constitutes a major part of my day.
Okay. So as an electronic engineer, your hobby is into electronic goods only. You just like to tinker things.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's come to our next question. That would be how did you got to know about Amazon's opportunity?
Okay. So, like, I had been talking to my seniors since I was in my second year, and one of my seniors had joined Amazon not directly after college. So I talking to him, and he told me that you should be searching the career pages of the Amazon website for the recent openings. So I used to do that, but uh, like I wasn't finding opportunities about interns mostly. And I came to know that Amazon runs a student internships program, from time to time, where they offer 3 months or 6 month internships. So when I visited that page, I came to know that there was an opening that they were hiring for the final year graduates who will be graduating in 2024. So I applied through there, and then I received an online assessment link.
Okay. So can I say that in your case, having a good relationship with your seniors, with the alumni of your particular college, is very important, right? As per your
Sure.
experience, what I get to know.
Yeah, because they have already been through that process, so they'll be able to guide us much better than if we are
Right.
going to do it alone.
Right, because they leave footsteps and you have to walk upon those steps only, right?
Yeah.
So they lay the path. Yes, that is very much important for being having a secure. If you want to have a secure career and you are someone who is not going who usually people do not like to take risk, I suppose. If you are avoiding some risk in your career, especially in this current market scenario, risk are something which everyone should be avoiding. okay, and we cannot play with our career. So in the beginning, being a fresher and being a final year student, I can say that you played very safe by utilizing your relationships with your seniors. So that is actually a good move. Okay,
Yeah.
so my next question is, how did Geeks for Geeks as a platform help you achieving in this goal of yours?
Okay, so like uh, with my previous interaction with my seniors, I came to know that usually the companies, the man companies that are hiring for interns, since they don't directly hire freshers as like full-time employees, they usually go via the internship route. The interviews that they conduct majorly focused on programming questions uh, based on where you need to have a good grasp on data structures and algorithms. So
Okay.
I started in the beginning by like learning few concepts here and there on YouTube, but then I did not have like that kind of focus because there was no structure present in those videos. I had to manually find those topics and what all do I need to learn and what all is not actually necessary was not known to me. So Geeks for Geeks course provided me with a like structured way of learning, which I think helped me a lot in my preparation.
Okay. So, what, like, just to give me a little more detail about it, I just want to know what all you used to practice, like, how, like here I have, like, we are aware that you have data structure and algorithms course at your particular campus. What made you choose this campus? As you said that you used to find, different articles and different topics were present, but they were not whole and solely completely present at one particular, notebook, or at one particular website they were not present. But as per you, Geeks for Geeks had those things available, and that is how it helped you. So I just want to know how this data structure and algorithm course, why you choose this one, because there are many other courses, there are many other platforms, but why you opted this?
So like I said before, when I was searching for the topics like independently, usually like most of the videos had the application part of the concept. Like they would
Right.
explain like the coding part, but they won't like explain the underlying concept behind that code. Like if just like take an example of a basic sorting algorithm, they'll show how to implement that algorithm, but why are we using that there, and like what is the logic behind implementing that, that was not present in those videos. So when I used to search for that, most of the times the articles that would come up were on the Geeks for Geeks portal. So like I always had an inclination towards Geeks for Geeks, and apart from that, even my campus that I'm currently enrolled in offered us a course like the DSA boot camp that was offered by GFG. So that was a major deciding factor in taking the GFG course.
Okay. So coming to the next question, how many interviews did you give before you cracked this one?
That's a like a very nice question. Before the one this interview that I had cracked, I had given multiple interviews and many more online assessments. Like the number of online assessments that I had given were like too many. I had a few of interviews that were scheduled before I took this course, but I never got past really the first round because the questions that they asked were majorly focusing on data structures and algorithm. Even though I had a good grasp on the programming concepts and basics, but they would require solutions that would need me to know like some complex algorithms that I hadn't learned before. So this was really one of the first interviews that I had given after preparing DSA, and I'm happy that I could crack it.
That is really great to know, because many students are there, they do not understand the value, and they do not understand the value of the system, education system, and the way Geeks for Geeks is treating their students. The basic concept what we follow is like we want to make a solid base for the student. As you said that DSA has helped you not only in upgrading your skill set and providing you the right basic knowledge, but also cracking this interview was way more easier for you in terms of your prior interviews which you have given, and because of the experience you had then, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So, coming to the next question, would you recommend Geeks for Geeks to your peers and professionals willing to boost their careers in this industry?
absolutely. Like I would recommend this course to anyone like who is looking forward to like applying to companies. Especially for professionals, I think this course will be a very great advantage because since we have a structured format of the courses and assignments, everything, it will save a lot of time. Like if we follow the process laid by the course, I think all concepts will be covered sufficiently within a like short period of time.
Okay. What else do you recommend about Geeks for Geeks? Something which you liked, and something you found unique about Geeks for Geeks platform.
The most unique thing that I found about Geeks for Geeks platform was the number, like the vast number of articles that were present on uh, various concepts, and they were not just simply one paragraph, two paragraph articles. They were like in depth, and they were written after extensive research, I think. So those articles were a great advantage. Another thing was like even though the program was online, like we weren't attending it live on campus, but
Yeah.
whenever I had a doubt regarding any concept, they were cleared uh, quite well. So I think that made the experience quite good.
So, have you experienced that live doubt support which Geeks for Geeks give, to its students who are studying from, Geeks for Geeks platform? There is live doubt support system which we provide. So, have you experienced that?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So, coming to my next question, what was your preparation strategy for all the interviews? Like you said that you have failed in many interviews. Earlier, you have given multiple interviews and you have given multiple assessment tests online. But after studying from Geeks for Geeks and after studying DSA and multiple other things, and after practicing over Geeks for Geeks, cracking Amazon's interview became much more easier for you, right? So, what was your preparation strategy? How you prepare before you go for any interview?
So the continuous thing that I did was like I used to practice at least two or three problems a day, even when I had like no interviews scheduled in the near future. So that was one thing that was constant throughout. The other thing was like since I am not from a computer science engineering background, I am
Right.
like majoring in electronics and telecommunications.
Mhm.
So I did not have subjects like operating systems and like computer networks covered very deeply, like the students in CS department have. So I also had to cover those topics. So I would devote a good chunk of time in learning those theoretical subjects, and I used to learn it from like the GFG platform had good lectures on those topics as well. So those topics were also strengthened daily. And once, like if I knew I had an interview schedule in the next week, so like during that period, I would increase the number of problems I would practice, and I would also revise concepts like the
Okay.
basic terminologies that are used. For example, if I'm applying for a role in AI/ML, basically, I would revise
Right.
upon all the terminologies that are used in the AI/ML field. And if I'm appearing like for this Amazon interview, I was shortlisted for data engineer role. So I practiced extensively for the SQL platform. So I would cater the last week of my preparation in accordance to whatever company I was interviewing for, especially.
Okay. So, what I am analyzing from your answer is that firstly, you are from electronics engineering background. You are not from hardcore computer sciences or IT subjects,
Yeah.
and then you had to go and you had to research a lot to study these fields, these subjects. Like you said, you have to study ops and everything. So I suppose it must have been really very difficult, firstly to have that kind of a interest, then secondly to have that keen willpower to to study by yourself, because you are not getting taught the same things at your particular campus. Okay, and then you found out the right platform, then you researched about the content, then you studied about the content. How much time does it, how much time do you spend on all these things in one day?
One day, like approximately like 2 or 3 hours a
Two
day.
or 3 hours. So you spend 2 or 3 hours in web searching and finding right kind of a content for yourself to study, right?
Yes.
Okay, and these little habits of yours, of scraping the data and to analyzing the data and to know if the data is right or not, the content which is provided, that is also very important, I suppose, because there is a lot of content available on internet. But which content is right in terms of accuracy, that also matters a lot, right? I
Yeah.
suppose. So let's come to our last question, Nikhil. So, as a person, what I got to know about you, you have been very studious. You have scored really good marks in your academics and in your, DSA learning at our platform also. So, and then again, being such a big role of data engineer at Amazon is also not an easy task. So, what do you think you would be doing 5 years from now? So the question which is written is: could you describe Nikhil Isaac 5 years from now? How do you look at yourself past these years? So, can you say something about it?
Yeah. So like I see myself working for Amazon only like for the next 5 years,
Okay.
and because like Amazon provides us an opportunity to explore our interest and working on cutting edge technologies. So
Right.
I've always wanted to be working in a research and development kind of role. So
Okay.
I would like to explore my interest in new and upcoming technologies and
Hmm.
hopefully publish a paper or two. And 5 years down
Okay.
the line, I hope to be recognized as a subject matter expert in these fields.
Okay. Okay. So I think 5 years is a huge commitment because people generally at your age and with your skill set, they usually like to switch over from brand to brand, brand to brand, very at a very earlier and at a very naive stage itself. Okay, but you saying that you want to be committed to Amazon for next 5 years is a very huge thing. And then there's one more thing which you are saying, that you want to see you grow inside the company, you know from going to research and development, from becoming a subject matter expert. What kind of a subject you would like to opt? 5 years now the technology would be changed, you know uh, because earlier it was .NET, Java, then Python came, then React came, then Node came. These things, software industry is something which is upgrading and upskilling itself in, like, in every microsecond something is coming. Okay,
So,
so what kind of a subject you would like to, excel in so that you can be a master of it?
so currently, like my interests lie in the uh, data engineering field, like generating insights from the data that we are given. So, like we
Okay,
see
that
now,
is
everything that we are using is generating huge amounts of data, raw data
okay.
that a company receives. So I would like to research on various like analytical techniques that are present so that we can generate like consumer usage patterns from the raw data and generate other insights. So that is one field I'm interested to work in the future.
So are you currently working on these skills?
Not solely in these fields, but I have
Okay.
been working in generating data insights, but those were not related to consumer behavioral patterns. They were mostly to do with predicting, like forecasting demand in sales and other domains.
So do you suggest any tool that normal or normal student can, not from CSIT background, or anyone should learn that particular tool to be good in these kind of stuffs? Technical stuff. Like if I'm from a non-tech background and I want to go into tech thing and I want to do, this data analyzing or data analyst or data science kind of a thing, what one particular tool you would recommend from your end for everyone, that they should learn this particular, you know
So
domain or
I
particular tool?
I can't think of one tool as such. I'll list out a few of the tools, like a set of tools. So I
Right.
think um, anybody who's going into the field of data insights will have a lot of theories that they will like think about of executing, and you need to like execute it quick, like the theories. So I think a strong grasp over like uh, data analysis tools like NumPy and Pandas basics, and you also need to visualize those data. So I think BI tools like Power BI and Tableau,
Yeah.
knowledge of them would be a very good addition if you're looking to move into the field of data engineering.
Okay. Okay. So, from now, at this moment, I would like to conclude this live session, and I would like to thank everyone who is watching. And I would like to thank you, Nikhil, for for giving us your precious time. I do understand your exams are going on, and whenever I was connecting, you were like, "Today's my GRE exam. Today's my internal exam." I do understand, and I'm really grateful for that. This limited time which you could provide me out of your calendar. So thank you so much for joining in today, and thank you so much everyone for watching us live today. And we wish you once again heartiest congratulations, Nikhil, on your success, and we wish you more and more bigger achievements to come and fall in your lap. So thank
Thank you.
you. Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you.